Good afternoon, yogis. This is Monica with Heat Yoga and Fitness, and today we have a fun special class planned for you called Partner Yoga. I'd like to introduce my partner and my husband, Codie. Say hi, Codie.
Hello.
And we are going to go ahead and do a couple stretches on the ground, standing, and in acrobat poses to show you how fun and healthy yoga can be when you're with a partner. You don't need any props for today, but if you'd like to go ahead and grab a water bottle or a towel, please go ahead and get that. And when you are ready, meet us on your mat, back to back, seated with your legs out nice and long. So your legs are nice and long. Maybe you move the squishy part underneath your tushy off to the side. Your back is straight, your core is engaged. A string is on your chest, pulling you nice and tall. Feel the support of your partner behind you. Turn your palms down on your thighs, chin lengthens to your chest. We're going to just go ahead and close our eyes and come into our practice with a few breaths. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Breathe with your partner, inhale. Let it go, exhale. 2 more times, inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Let it go. Beautiful. Go ahead and flutter open your eyes. Hopefully now you feel connected with your partner behind you. For our first pose, we're going to do a seated forward fold and back bend using the weight of your partner. So go ahead and lift your arms up overhead and interlace your fingers with your partner, however you can grab and however is comfortable. Noticing the different body types of your partner, you may have to adjust just a little bit. Inhale, lengthen high. On the exhale, I'm going to forward fold first, bringing my partner with me, going as far down as I can with both my head and my arms. I will let him know if the pressure is good, which it is, or if I need a little bit more or a little bit less. This is perfect, and we stay here for 3 breaths. For 3, 2, 1. Slowly lift back up. And now your partner is going to pull you forward, and you're going to lean back. And as you notice, Codie is bigger than I am, so my pressure on his back is not going to be as intense as his on mine. But how's the pressure now, Codie? Perfect. We're here for 3 breaths. Really just feel the stretch in your back and your hamstrings and your glutes. 1 more here. Beautiful. Slowly on your next inhale, come back up and lift your arms up. Wiggle a little bit higher, get a little bit taller in your seat, and then relax your arms by your sides. Now we're going to bring our feet to the mat. We're going to crisscross them however you can, however feels good for your knees. It could be really close to your body, or maybe you take your feet out a little bit longer, and that helps with how you're seated. So sitting down, we're going to do a little bit of a seated twist. So first, we're going to lift our right arm nice and high. And we're going to look towards that right shoulder and reach for your partner's knee that is closest. Good. Then you're going to simply take your left hand in this case and touch it on your opposite knee. Inhale, lengthen your spine high. Exhale, twist. Lengthen. Twist. I can feel Codie getting deeper and deeper with every stretch. Good. Slowly release on your next inhale. And this time you're going to bring your left arm up towards the ceiling and turn to your left shoulder, reaching for your partner's opposite knee. Take your right hand and put it on your opposite knee that is free. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. 1 more. Good. Slowly release. Then we're going to go ahead and come into all 4. So just shift onto your hand. And we're going to get ready for a supported child's pose. So first, Codie is going to come into child's pose first. His toes are going to come to touch. His knees are going to be out nice and wide. He's going to walk his fingertips as far out as he can. And he's going to drop his chest as down to the ground as possible. Now you as the partner are going to do one of 2 things. If you are the smaller individual in the partner classes, you're going to take a reverse bridge pose and you're going to slowly give your weight to your partner. I'll show you. So what I'm going to do is bring my feet down to the ground, bring my glutes back to his glute, and slowly lift my back over his back. Now, Cody, would you like a little bit more pressure?
Yes, please.
Sure. So I'm gonna walk my feet out, lift my glutes up, and reach my arms up overhead. How's that pressure? Perfect. I'm gonna stay here for 3 breaths. If you are larger than your partner, I simply want you to be in a seated pose at your partner's feet and just gently roll your back. If they would like a little bit more, you can begin to lift your glutes up, but you don't want to squish your partner. For 3, 2, 1. Slowly come down and switch rolls. So now this time, Cody is going to be the weight on me. So I'm going to go ahead and come into child's pose. My toes to touch, knees out wide, dropping my glutes and walking my hands all the way down. Cody is going to sit on my feet and he's going to simply rock his back on mine. Good. That's good. You can actually go a little bit more if you'd like. Good. That pressure is perfect. And I'm going to take 3 breaths where I am for 3. For 2. And last one, slowly his glutes drop to the ground. He lifts up and I lift up. Perfect. Now, coming to our camel partner pose, what we're going to do is come to our knees. We're going to face our backs together. Our knees are going to be hip width distance apart. And how you know that is you take 2 fists and you put it between your knees. Then our feet are actually going to be interlaced, so they make a pattern. My foot, his foot, my foot, his foot. Then we're going to take our hands and put them in our imaginary jean pockets behind us. We're going to hide our elbows away from what we're staring at, and we're simply going to press our hips forward, drop your gaze back, and see if you can meet in the middle. Hello. How are you? Are you keeping your eyes open and breathing?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Stay here for 3. Press those hips forward for 2. One more big sip of air for 1. And slowly, 1 vertebrae at a time, rise all the way up. And then come into all 4s, still looking in the opposite direction. We're going to take a few cat and cows here just to loosen up that spine. Inhale, cow. Drop your belly towards the ground. Lift your gaze to the ceiling, shoulders away from your ear. Exhale, cat. Tuck your chin to your chest, round your spine. And just flow through a few of these. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, cat. 2 more. This should feel really good for both you and your partner. And you're still staying bonded because every time you come into cat, you can see your partner's feet interlaced with yours. 1 more as a class. Good. Now slowly you're going to come back on to standing on your knees. And we're going to take a supported downward facing dog. So for that, Cody will do his downward facing dog first. To get into downward facing dog, he's in all 4s. His shoulders over his wrists, hips over knees, and he simply lifts his hips up and press back into his heels. Now if he has any lower back pain, Cody's going to bend his knees just a little bit, but since his back feels good today, he's going to keep them straight and really press his heels towards the ground. What I'm going to do now, as his partner, is I'm going to walk my feet really close to him. My knees are going to be in his shoulders. My hands are going to come behind his legs, and I'm going to simply use my body weight and my knees to press in. I say inhale here, and as I exhale, I push my body weight into his downward facing dog. How does that feel? A little tight. All right, so inhale, lift your heels up high. Exhale, bend your knees a little bit, and then press your chest. Does that feel a little bit better? Good, all right. So he's feeling a little tight today because he's been working a lot. So we need to make sure that we're supporting his lower back. Wherever you are, straight knees or bent knees, a lot of weight or little weight, please go ahead and take 2 more breaths together. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Beautiful. Slowly, I'm going to back off, and he's going to keep his downward facing dog. And then we're going to switch roles. But first, he's going to walk his hands into his feet, and just slowly, 1 vertebrae at a time, come all the way up. Good. Feel good? All right. So now I'm going to do it. in my downward facing dog. This time I will face this way. So I would like to bend my knees just a little bit, just to loosen up. Once you are in your downward facing dog, invite your partner to step their feet inside your hands. Bring your knees to your shoulders and slowly start adding weight. Now Codie, because he's a little bit bigger than me, can take the bottoms of his palms, put them in the dermals, in my lower back, and then just press back. Yes, move your hands a little bit closer to the center. There we go, and then press. Good. We'll take 3 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Good pressure. Inhale. Exhale. You can even do a little bit more. Inhale. Exhale. Good. All right, he'll slowly release his pressure. I'm going to walk my hands to my feet. Relax my neck and then slowly rise all the way up. Good job. All right, now let's do our standing poses. So the first one we're going to start with is basically making an L shape and meeting in the middle. So we're going to come to the edges of the mat. You go back there and I go up here. Reach our arms out to touch. And we need to come in just a little bit. So first, with my feet grounded and my knees bent, I'm going to allow Codie to drop from his hips, shoot his hips back, and just relax his shoulders all the way down. He is relying on me to hold him as if I was a counter, and he could really just press his chest down and get an awesome stretch between his shoulder blades. How does that feel?
Awesome.
Good. And if you want, you can even shift a little bit more weight to your toes, getting an even deeper stretch behind your hamstrings. Can you feel the difference?
Oh, yeah.
Good. For 3. For 2. For 1, engage your core, slowly come up. I'm supporting you the whole way, and then come back to center. Now it's your partner's turn. So slowly, I'm going to drop my chest, press my hips back, and lean forward. Now for Codie, because he can pick me up with no problem, doesn't need to really bend his knees or get any extra support. Now Codie, are you doing anything specific to hold me in this position?
Just hold me steady.
Just holding me steady. Good. We're here for 3. Pressing your chest lower for 2. Getting that awesome stretch between your shoulder blades for 1. And I'm slowly, with his support, going to rise all the way up. Perfect. Now we're going to take a partner tree pose. So to do that, we're going to bring our feet together. We're going to come as close to each other as possible and bring our arms around like we love each other, because we do. So then we go ahead and press into the inner foot. And the outer foot is going to either become a kickstand, it's going to become into our calf, or it's going to come into our upper thigh. Now, since we're wobbling a little bit, we just want to come a little bit further from each other, so we still have each other as support, but we're not going to tip over. All right, so I'm going to go first, and I'm going to bring my foot on my inner thigh, and then I'm going to hold him while he puts his foot where he would like, and he chose the calf. Once you feel steady, engage your core. And then we take our hand and we bring them together. Whoop. If you fall out, you just come back in. This is where the laugh part happens. And we hold for 3. Oh my gosh. For 2. For 1. Hold on one more. See if you can stay up. Lift your chest a little bit higher. And then release. Beautiful. Okay, now we're going to turn towards each other and take flying dancer supporting. So you can do it 2 ways. Both of you can do the flying dancer at the same time, or you can take turns. Let's show them the option of taking turns. You staying still and me doing the dancer first, and then we'll do it together. All right, so what I'm going to do is taking my right hand high, I drop it next to my hip. I grab the inner arch of my back right foot, so my thumb is on top of the bottom of my foot. Then Codie's gonna put his hand up nice and flat, so I can press into it. Then me, I'm going to simply hold onto him for dear life, engage my chest, lift my leg up high, and see how high I can go. I'm not going to fall because he's holding me. Instead, I'm going to just lift up higher. And wherever I am, I'm holding for 3, for 2, for 1. Good. Now Codie's turn. So he's going to, bring your leg out, grab the inside, perfect. Bring your knees together, engage your core. Now I'm going to hold him steady. Now because he's larger than me, I'm gonna make my feet wider, bend my knees a little bit, and engage my core so I don't drop him. Now he can stay here, or because he's very flexible, he's gonna lift his foot up high. Good. I got you. You go as high as you want. Just don't drop your chest any lower. You want to think of yourself as an arrow, and I can shoot a bow and arrow between you. Lift higher for 3. Here you go. For 2. For 1. All right, you're going to do the other side now. Now you're welcome to take in turns, there's the word, or you can do it together. So this time, want to try it together? Yeah, all right, so we both did the right, so now we're both going to do the left. So for this, yep, and we want to take our right hands, bring them together, hold on, bring those valves back together, bring your knee in, and then simply begin to kick it up. Good. Whoop. Yep, yep. Maybe let's back up just a little bit. Hey guys, if you fall out, just have fun with your partner and come back in. All right, let's do it again. Engage here and lift high. Good. I won't drop you.
Can't promise the same.
For 3. For 2. We almost got it. For 1. Good. Go ahead and relax. Give your partner a high five, a hug. Yeah, a kiss if it's your spouse, because they're doing awesome. For the next one now, we're going to get a little funky with it. We're going to do some acrobat poses. So first, I'd like to do the one that you're on the ground and you lift me up. So the person that is stronger and more sturdy in the relationship is going to actually lay on the ground. The other person is going to be the flyer. Now, if you are the same height and weight as your partner, feel free to take turns and try this out. This is all about trust in this position. So, to get started, you're going to take the person's on the ground's feet and put them into your thigh. Really make a connection. Then, yes, wiggle your toes out. Then take your hands and bring them into your partner's hand. Now, as you lean forward, they're going to lift you up and press. Good, good, perfect. And you're going to hold here wherever you are, and you're going to stay for 5, because this is kind of cool once you get it. For 4. For 3. Hello. Thank you for holding me. For life. For 2. And slowly bring me down by bending those knees until my feet get to the mat. Now, like I said, if you're the same height and weight, feel free to switch it out. Put the video on pause and try it. In this case, I am not going to try to pick him up, because that might end in some disaster. All right. Now this time I'm going to ask Cody to flip over into his almost going to be plank or push-up position. And this is called the double plank pose. What I'm going to do is go on top of him, and I'm going to grab his ankles, and I'm going to put the tops of my feet right by his shoulders. And then he'll press up into a push-up and a plank, and I'm already going to be in plank because of it. All right, let's see how this goes. So if you are the person on the bottom, please lay down like Cody is. Hands by your sides, flex your toes, get ready to press up into a high plank. If you are the flyer, you're going to go ahead and bring your hands to their ankles. I would grab a little above the ankles so you don't hurt them. You take the tops of your toes and put them in your shoulders. How does that feel?
Great.
All right, you ready? 3, 2, 1. Press up. And then we're both in plank pose. We hold here for 5. Engage those cores, flyers. For 4. For 3. For 2. For 1. Lower all the way down. Beautiful. And again, if you are the same height and weight as your partner, feel free to go ahead and try that together. If you're not, I wouldn't recommend having the other person on top of you. Now let's see. Any other poses that we want to do? Yes, let's do a little bit of ab work here in our boat poses, and then we'll bring it back down and stretch it out. All right, I'll come over here. So, meeting back together, hands down, very slowly at the same time, you'll lower to the ground. And then your feet are going to come together, feet to feet, arms out wide. Now, as you see in this picture, I have much longer legs than my husband, so my legs are going to be bent a lot more. But we're still going to work together to come into a supported boat pose. Inhale here, Exhale, one leg at a time. Press that right to right leg up. And then left to left leg up. Good. There's a string on our chest that's pulling us up, up, up. Good. And we're holding here. Look, I'm straightening my legs. There we go. You are too. We're here for 5. For 4. For 3. This actually feels really good. Keep that chest up. Don't round that back. Good. For 2. For 1. Slowly bring those feet down. Don't let them separate. Bring your hands by your sides and shoot your legs out to the sides. You're making a big diamond shape. Good. Now readjust your sitting, making sure you're off the fleshy part on your sit bone. Grab your hands out towards each other. Inhale, center. Exhale, you go back and I go forward. Good. Bring that one person down. You hold here for 3 breaths. This should feel really good after those acrobat poses. One more breath here. And we're going to slowly come back up and bring your partner. Allow them to have a beautiful stretch. Always remember to tell them if you want a little bit more or a little bit less. How's the pressure? Good. Breathe here, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Or if you're an experienced yogi, in through the nose, out through the nose. Bringing on that ujjayi breath. If you're sweating a little bit doing this, don't worry, it's normal. We're sweating a little bit here in Florida. And slowly come back up. Good. All right, now we're going to go back and forward, 1 breath. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward, first person. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward. 2 more times. Good. 1 more each. Slowly come back to center. Take your right hands, interlace them. Inhale, lift the left arm high. Exhale, drop that left hand back, looking over that left shoulder and lean back. Feel this beautiful opening. How does that feel, Cody?
Great.
Good. 3 breaths here. One more breath as a class. Beautiful. Inhale, left arm up. Switch it out, left together. Right lifts up and back out. As you can see, we're showing off our Qualo rings because when we work out, we always put our rings on our fingers. One more breath as a class. Inhale. All right, inhale, lengthen. All right, you're going to bring your hands to heart center. Inhale here. It was a pleasure doing class with you. Love you. Namaste. Thanks everyone for joining us on our partner classes. We hope you had a blast and you had some fun and had some laughs. And again, Monaco Heat Yoga and Fitness, have a great day.